All right, hey, Shalom. We the ISUPK started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm Priest and Officer Danya Allah. This is the Wednesday night law class. If you got any questions, type them in. If not, of course, y'all know what we do. We're going to move on, go into the topic.
So, if I could,
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to speak on angels and the painting on the wall that they found knocked down the wall that was in the church. They knocked down the wall and they saw the proof that the angel was coming with, blessing of water.
Gotcha. All right. So let me know if there's any questions online. Could you hand me a Bible Compact Dictionary? Or yeah, I'll take a Bible. Do we got the big Bible pictorial John back there? We got that. I'll take that. That no sound cracks. Is there any questions in the room? All right, bet. You got any questions?
Not at the moment. It might spark back in my head again.
All right, bet. Man, what was I going to look up? Bear with me. Okay, so it'll be John 5 and 4. So I think even with this, once I find this, I'm gonna just run it back on why I even brought this up.
I believe you were speaking on the validation of the Bible.
Right.
You were speaking. Okay. All right. So you were speaking about the books the scriptures that they took out of the Bible. They had took out. I believe they took out this part of the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, in the NIV.
Yeah, and
they didn't see it as factual.
Right. Yep. That was the point. All right. So hold on.
My memory started to come back to me after all the years of damage.
Hold on, let me get this. Let me go to this. Yeah, go ahead.
Breaking news. Missouri School District announces the return of corporal punishment for students through paddle use.
What?
Yeah, so, back in the day, parents would always say, back when I was in school, the teachers can put you behind. And, they abolished it nationwide, but the state of Missouri is trying to bring it back. So, of course, they trying to bring it back for the black kids, for the young, the youth.
Yeah, they must want murder rate to go up. Damn, hold up. How many people online?
Yeah, a few.
Type in them questions, man. Don't be just sitting there. And then, get me, hold on. I know what to get. Give me John 9 and 4. No. 5 and 4. Hold on. Hold on, let me look up something real quick. Hold on. Hold up. All right, yeah, go ahead and read it.
The book of John, chapter 5, and verse 4. For an angel went down at a certain season in the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had.
So what is that saying? Go ahead.
The angel was working miracles.
How was he working a miracle?
By going into the water and blessing. Completing the order from the Lord.
Yeah, so the angel will go into the water, and there was a certain time of year when people see the water waving, because the angel will be in the water waving it, they would know that's the time to get in, because you would be healed from any illness or sickness that you have. Read on.
Verse 6. No, so like in verse 5. And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. Verse 6. When Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole?
When Jesus seen him, right? Yahweh seen him laying on the side of the pool, and he wasn't strong enough to put himself in the pool to be healed, and everybody was stepping over him.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 7. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled.
He said, listen, I have nobody to put me in there when the water is troubled. When that water is moving, there's nobody to put me in there. So that's why I'm laying here not doing anything, because there's nobody to put me in the water. You know, he's not strong enough to put himself in the water. So hold on, bear with me, y'all. So he said, look, he ain't strong enough to put himself in the water, and there's nobody here to put him in the water. Why? Because everybody was stepping over them so they can get himself healed. When the purpose of that pool is not for that. You know, the purpose of the pool wasn't for that. So, you know, Christ right now is about to make an example. He's about to show you the real reason of the pool. Hey, shalom, what's going on? Oh, when you get it, wow, yeah. So that was the whole purpose, you know. Brother stepping over him. Hold on, I'm gonna find this. Hey, Nakar, when you get a chance, let me get the small Bible compact dictionary.
Come.
Because maybe it's in there. Hey, what's good? All right. All right, so bear with me, y'all. Car about to get in. Car about to get something for me. This is bothering me. I'm gonna find this, so let's get it. Type them questions in too, man. I know y'all be having questions, y'all scared to answer. I'm scared to ask. Type them goddamn questions in. Man. So, yeah, go ahead. Oh, Bazaar. Man. All right, let's get it. Let's go.
So you said you need
Yeah, you can finish. You can finish the verse. Yeah, when you get the chance, you can finish the verse.
All right. This is a book of John, chapter 5, verse 7. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me in the pool. But while I am coming, another step down before me.
He like, yo, look, when I'm coming to get in the pool, somebody just jump over me. Right. Somebody just jump over me and they get in the goddamn pool. You know, somebody jump over me and they get in the pool. How can I get in the pool when I'm trying to get in the pool? Somebody jump over me and they you know, and they get in the pool. You know, so Christ, he observing it. He like, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Read on.
Come. Verse 8. Jesus said unto him, Rise, take up thy bed and walk.
Christ was like, look, rise, take up your bed and walk. He said, look, man, you can't walk, you can't do none of that. Rise, get up and walk. That's what Christ said to him. Christ made a miracle. Right? So hold on. Let me because there's a word I'm looking for in the dictionary that's going to explain everything. Ooh, hold on. I think I got it. Bear with me. Any questions online?
All
right, let me hear it while I look for this.
All right. What are some things that are considered unlawful for a woman to do in a relationship?
Damn, okay, that's a broad statement. I'll give you the main thing. If your husband is a man of the Lord, disobeying what he asks you to do. Only if he's a man of the Lord. If he's a man of the Lord, you have to trust that whatever he's telling you to do is of the law. If you're not sure, just come to the Wednesday classes and ask it, and I'll tell you if it's lawful or not. But if he's already a man of the Lord in the ISUPK, just trust his judgment. So one of the things that you should do is obey your husband, because disobeying your husband is something that you shouldn't do. You should trust his judgment. Unless you know there's something specific that you want to know, you could just ask it, and I could get into details. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, what's going on? Hey, Shalom, I'm good. Man, I'm looking for this goddamn story, man. This thing about to kill me. But was that it in the car?
I believe so.
Online? All right, cool.
Okay, we got
Another question?
another question. It says, what does the Bible say about us dating people who aren't Israelites? Like somebody
A heathen who are Israelites. Yeah, somebody that's not an Israelite or somebody that's not in the truth.
I think they got be more
specific. I'm good. I'm too out. Yeah. So, do you mean when they not an Israelite, mean that they a black person that don't believe they're Israelite, or they another nation? That's two different things.
It says dating outside our race.
Oh, the Bible is against that. Right. The Bible is against dating outside your race. You got the precept? All right, read.
The book of Deuteronomy, 3, 6.
And that's part of the reason why the flood happened.
Okay, I got it.
You got it? All right, read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Don't make marriages with them. Read.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Who you shouldn't make marriages with? Go ahead, Nakar.
Want me to read the first verse?
Yep.
Context. All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 1. When the Lord, 1 second. You got it? Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 1. All right. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
When the Lord bring you into a land, whether you go to possess it, right? Read.
And have cast out many nations before thee.
In this land, he cast out many nations before you. Read.
And the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Right, so read.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
So who is it talking about? Who is it? Who you shouldn't make marriages with? Mm-hmm. Barzal? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna just estimate that you should make marriages with is someone outside of the race.
Yep.
You don't believe in what you believe in.
Or yeah, that too, but someone that's outside your race, that's who you shouldn't make marriages with. Right? That's who the scripture talk about. So hold on real quick. Nakar, hold on. Hun, I got this for you right here.
You just tell me the word.
This right here, this definition. You can read this next. That's it. That's about
Archaeology.
You can read from the top. But not now, while I'm answering this.
Simon?
Yep. But yeah, it's talking about dealing with someone outside your race. You shouldn't make marriages with them, right? Like I said earlier, that's part of the reason why God sent the flood with Noah, because it was sons of God sleeping with the daughters of man. Meaning it was people who was of his chosen seed that was sleeping with sons of men. And precepts to show you that sons of men is anybody that's not considered. It was a term that was used to show for anybody that's not, of God, chosen seed. At one point, that's what it was used. It was used for. So read on.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
You shouldn't make marriages. You shouldn't marry them. Read.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto a son.
You shouldn't give your daughters unto their son. Read.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Nor should you allow your son to take one of their daughters. You shouldn't accept that. Read.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following thee.
Here's why you shouldn't do it. Because they will turn away your son from following their God. Like, as you look through the scriptures, it happened with Solomon, it happened with Samson. All it takes is a woman, most of the time. And that's what gets a brother to stop following God. Go ahead.
I got a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My kid's mother, she's Caucasian. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't believe in the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
She can't relate to my struggle. She can't
Right.
relate to my life. She tries to, but she can't.
Mm-hmm.
Now my kids, they're mixed, so they're
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Right.
like 1,000 times she calls me the N-word, this, that, and the third, and then it's like her mother is pushing being Catholic on my kids, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you, and why should you push this on them when they're only young? Let them, grow. Let that grow into their brain, and let them learn the knowledge on their own. Don't force them into a specific religion.
Right.
And once I said that, they all broke loose.
Right.
I just couldn't deal with it no more because it's like we got kids together. We got to come to an agreement. We're adults. You feel me? We're not kids no more. So like I have a say-so on my children's life just as she do.
Right.
But her being Caucasian, I guess she just thinks she's better, and her ideas and opinions are better than mine.
That's exactly what she's thinking, And of course, for the kids, and we would like your opinion. Yeah, the mic on. They'd be like, hey, look, we thinking about taking the kids out of school and putting them in a whole nother school. But we want you to pick. What would you do in that situation?
If they want me to pick,
Yeah.
what would I do?
Mm-hmm.
I would ask my son would work, like if he'd been to a certain school and he
Mm-hmm.
developed friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm only saying this because like I said, I'm learning from experience.
Right.
I was with my son, we was walking, both of me and my kids, and my son started crying. I'm like, yo, why you crying? Like, you crying for nothing.
Right.
Like, no, Dad, I'm not. Like, I'm gonna miss my friends at the
Mm-hmm.
kindergarten academy, and it's a Prospect Park school, because her mom she lived in Prospect Park, her mom lived in Winona. I'm like, so why not just let them stay at Prospect Park? We're forcing him to go to Winona
Mm-hmm.
just to go to school with his niece that's about to, go into
And the mom doing this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
And it's like, just let him go where his friends are. And I'm only saying that because I've been moved around my whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I done lived in Chester. I done lived in Darby. After my brother passed away, we moved to Upper Darby. After being in Upper Darby, we moved to Collindale. After Collindale, we moved to Glenolden. And then after that, she moved to Holmes. Now she in Chester again. It's like, I know what it's like to develop friendship
and then
You
move.
have to throw them away.
Right. Which is totally understandable. Right. That's totally understandable. So let's say if they give you 5 schools to pick from, and one thing you understand is your kids going to have to be relocated to a different school where they might have to make new friends because it's best for their situations. And they come to you with a list and say, pick these top 5 schools, to have your kids go to. Then what would you do in that situation? Even though they're going to have to make new friends there, but them making new friends is a better decision for them going to these places with the old friends.
Right.
This one is better for their life. Then what would you do out of them top 5 schools?
I would research every school and figure out which one is better than the other, and which one has more successful or more statistic on a positive behalf.
Because you will be concerned for them and you want the best for your kids, right? So that's why I asked you those 2 scenarios, right? And I asked you that for a reason. So the first scenario was you would ask your kids what is better for them. Not what is better for them, where they want to be based off their friends, which any parent would do. You wouldn't want to move them away from the friends. But if you put in a situation where it's you have to make the decision, you ain't going to the kids to ask them. You're going to research it because you're the adult. It's like that with the religion. Why wait till them get older to find out what religion they're going to follow when they more than likely won't know? If you find a religion that you feel as though is right, that's what they got to learn. We ain't had no options of wanting to do chores or not. Parents, you going to do them goddamn chores and you get no punishment. Regardless, we ain't having no say-so in what time we got to be in the house or whatnot. We didn't have no say-so even when we go to the schools, what we wanted to learn and what we didn't want to learn. We come home with bad grades, that was our ass. That's one thing we understood. So it shouldn't be like that with religion. When you over here, you're following whatever the hell I tell you to follow. You're the kid, I'm the adult. Now, what has to happen is when they get older, then the kid is going to have to pick what mommy taught them and what daddy taught them. That's the only 2 options. But when you here at my house, I don't give a damn what your mom told you. You taking that yarmulke off, you taking that damn whatever she taught you, when you hit this door, it's coming off. You're not learning that in this house. Because what's going to happen when the kid turn 18 and have a mind of his own to pick? They're going to pick the religion of the parent who they felt was the most dominant. So if the kid over your house and you like, I ain't going to teach the kid to be a Hebrew Israelite. I'm going to wait till the 6-year-old grow up. Or how old is the kid?
4 and 6.
4. I'm going to wait till this 4 and 6-year-old grow up. And then I'm going to let them pick the religion. When you can start at that age and when they grow up, they're going to be whatever you follow because that's what daddy follow. And what you follow is right. So now it's like versus every time when they hit mommy house, they're following whatever mommy say, and they're going to do it. So whatever I say go in this house goes. That's not how you tie your sneaker. This is how you tie your sneaker. That's not the time you come in this goddamn house. This is what time you come in this house. You don't eat snacks before dinner. This is when you get snacks. I'm going to set all them rules. So guess what? When it comes time to, hey, my child is over to mom house studying goddamn Buddhism or reading Ouija boards. That don't mean nothing when that child come in here, because once that child walk in this door, it knows whatever the hell mommy just told me ain't flying over here. Like me personally, if I could tell like a personal story, I had full custody of my son since he was like 6 months. He's 9 right now. My son is 9. And since then, he's been going over his mom's house every week and all that. And she believed in a totally different thing. And one day he called me and he was like, he had to be like 6 or 7 around that age. He was like, hey dad, I'm at mommy house and she making some food. I just read the back of the box, right? Gelatin had pork in it, right? I said, yeah. He was like, hold on. Mom, I can't eat this. I can't eat this. And you hear her say, why? Because it got pork in it. She said, so what you gonna eat? He was like, so daddy, what should I eat? I was like, ask her if you can make something else. You got anything else to eat? And she was like, yeah, I can make you something else. Why you don't want to eat? And then she see him on the phone and she was like, your dad telling you not to eat this? He said, no, I just called my dad to make sure that, if pork was cool or not. He said, no, because I read it on the back of the box. She was like, oh, so I don't know what you're going to eat then. And he was like, daddy, can you send some food? I said, yeah, I got you. He was like, all right, my dad going to send some food because, dad, I'm going to call you back. All right, bet. And then as I hear him making up 20, my dad going to send some food because I know we can't eat pork. It's in the Bible. And then I hear the phone click and I'm like, he called me. I didn't have to. When you go up your mom's house, don't do this. We don't do that here. And he been here to know we don't do that. So he go up his mom's house and it was to a point where every time he ate, he called me. Hey, daddy, this is that. Can I eat it? Can I eat it? Yeah, you can eat that. You can't eat that. And then it got to a point where his mom called me and was like, yo, you might just have to start sending him up here with his own type food because he ain't eating nothing. He in the market reading ingredients and everything. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm not telling him to go up there and do it. He's doing it on his own. I don't know what you up there teaching him. But he's taking what I taught him because it was like, yo, whatever you learned up there, that don't matter when you hit this crib. You're not eating no goddamn pepperoni Hot Pockets in this goddamn house. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. And now to this day, he don't, he already knows. So he, like, real quick, like one day he called me and was like, hey, like, cause he go up his mom crib for the weekends. He called me, he go up from like Friday to Sunday. He called me like Saturday morning. Can you come get me today? I said, wow, what happened? He said, nah, I heard mommy and I'm in the room talking about this birthday party we was gonna go to. And I was like, I got you. Let me call your mom real quick. And I called her. I said, yo, we about to, I'm about to come scoop him real quick. He called me, said he gonna come back. This is that and the third. And she was like, all right. Like she already knew. He called and was like, yo, she trying to take me over. I knew I shouldn't do this. So guess what? Can you come get me? And that's what it, that's sometimes what it takes. Go ahead.
It's not crazy. I can relate to that because how I feel is my kid's mother, she's turning up against me. Mm-hmm. Now, when me and her getting along and I'm over there seeing my kids and I'm strictly there for my kids, anywhere I go, both of my sons is like, Daddy, where you going? Can I come with you?
Right.
I'm like, y'all can't. And then they start crying. And then it's like, my kids used to call me like clockwork on FaceTime. Mm-hmm. They both got phones. Mm-hmm. Now they don't call me no more. And I'm seeing it, and it's like, why you turning my kids away from a genuine good individual that learn how to be a man on his own? Right. You know what I'm saying? And I can teach my kids right from wrong how to be a educated black man in this world. Right. And it's like, to me, it's like, man, why turn them against me just because you got your personal opinion?
Yeah, you beat.
That's not cool.
Are y'all together? No. They're not together? Then you got to keep it that way. I'm telling you, because we not meant to be with them. So as long as the kids is young and she have control over them, she's going to manipulate them to hate you and to, be against you because she want them Catholic. She want to be the dominant parent. She might feel like it goddamn was a mistake even messing with you. You never know what is running through their head. Honestly, this is a lesson where as though you just gotta start taking the steps to doing as much as you can for your kids and then hope the Lord work it out for you. Because without that, it's no hope, especially like it's damn near hard to fight against a goddamn black woman that's a part of American society. Imagine with a white woman, you ain't winning. Whatever she say in that courtroom goes. She could be a full out cokehead, crackhead, coming there scratching scabs on her, and the judge is going to grant her custody over this hardworking black man who could take fully care of his kids because of the society we live in. So it's perfect that you hear, just like We tell everybody, like, people don't end up in here for no reason as a coincidence. Sometimes we go through things in life and we need the help. There's nothing we can do on our own. It takes brotherhood and all that. And you end up here to know that, sometimes you might have an urge to want to do something that you know you shouldn't do. But that's what brotherhood and everything is about or whatnot. Like, it takes a lot for somebody to even come in here and ask a question like that. Just to be, hey, yo, this, and knowing what the school is about, it takes a lot. And for that simple fact, it means a lot. That's a big step that people are scared to even do. So I would say, consider yourself lucky that y'all not even together. Now, you got 2 kids, your kids is Israelites and whatnot, and you here, you could, ask whatever questions you want to get the knowledge and truth or whatnot. And we got counsel and everything to help you through your situations and the steps you could take to, make sure, because, the stigma on black men is bad. Like, we want to be there for our kids and take care of our kids and be in our kids' life. And it be the women most of the time that keep us away. And then when you get your kids, it's awkward because they learning this, but it's like, do I want to go against that? No, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That Catholic is nonsense. You're not coming over here dressed up like a nun and all that. You're not doing none of that. You coming in here and you put on these regular goddamn clothes and you go do regular kid things. And I'm gonna argue with her about that. Stuff that I don't eat, you're not eating over here. I don't care if she make you eat it. Eventually, you're going to get to the age where you're going to see who's right and who's wrong. And if with the Lord on my side, he's going to show that you're wrong. And that's, we in this school, we got like what, a 99% rate on that? We got like a 99% rate on and that's like no exaggeration. Like, I'm sure Barzal will tell you, like, listen, you go through anything and you come in here and get help and get counsel, you can lose. And that's a solid brother.
As long as I know, Barzal is like, he never steered me wrong. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Ever since I met him, it was just like how you meet somebody, real recognized, real, grip. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll call him for advice because I'm listening to him. Why am I going to listen to him? Because he never steered me wrong in anything I ever asked him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things he said to me that I remember, and that's stop giving everybody loyalty because everybody don't deserve it. Stop being genuine.
That's a fact. That sound like him too.
He told me that on the phone.
Right.
I never forgot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I make my mistakes to be human.
Right.
But as long as I call him to straighten myself out, I'll never steal myself wrong because I got somebody like him in my corner. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'll tell you, I know the people he brings. One thing I know is that he really bang with you. Because the people he bring in here, I know he got to have some type of love for him because of the type of brother I know he is. So it's something he see in you that you might not see in yourself now, but he see it to where as though it means something to him. Like I said, I know this brother. You know him for 10. You know him longer than I did. But I realized that about him. It's something about you that he see that he want to help you, which is why you here. Because when he wanted help, he came here. So he know where to take you to the right place. Sometimes it's, the phone conversations and all that is cool. But sometimes we got to take it a little step further. Like I said, everybody I see him bring through here, he loved. He had love for and everything. He loved them or whatnot. So to see you sitting there is like, okay, this brother got to mean something to him, which means you mean something to us now. So you got to, so that's why we ain't going to steer you wrong for anything. We wouldn't steer anybody wrong. But for a brother of his stature and his reputation to bring you in here, it means something. So it's like, and then you comfortable enough, you sit in that chair and you tell us, your situation is like, oh, okay, well, cool. Well, look, you dodged the bullet. So the thing that you should do is you should definitely work on yourself or whatnot, continue to get the counsel, continue to come to class or whatnot, bring any question you have. Even if the question pop in your head and you like, nah, that's dumb, I'm not going to ask it. And no question is dumb, anything. anything that we can possibly do to help you, ask it, and we all for it or whatnot. So with that situation, it's whatever you like. Don't wait till your kids get grown to pick whatever religion. Teach them when they walk in your door. Just argue with the mom as much like this is what I believe. Hey, we Israelites, we this, we that, we this from the tribe of this, that, and the third. Yes, you're going to get tired of them saying that when they home, but guess what? I don't give a damn. This is the truth. Go ahead.
It's not crazy, but and it's cool. You know, everything. I believe everything happened for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, me, like I took my shahada and I became Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I used to offer a lot, right? And you know, it was about time for me to come here and really learn what's right because he's been telling me for a long time since he's been here. Yo, bro, come to class so you can learn something. It's like you say, he sees something in me I don't see myself.
Right.
And it's like back at home when I was living with her, I was offering all the time. And it's just one time my son both my kids came up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, why you not praying no more? They like I feel like they understand who is the dominant parent already. Because no matter what I do and what I'm doing, they always want to be with their father and not their mother. And she always telling me, oh, the kids don't listen to me, but they listen to you. And I sat down and told her, I'm like, what does that tell you? That tell you you're going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not listening to me because you're looking at my flaws. You're so focused on evil, you're not looking at a good spirit.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Nakar. You was gonna say something?
I have a precept like on what that and brother going through.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I'm like real brief, like you said. You know, we got a high percent rate. You know, but of course, like this precept I got right here, so it makes perfect sense. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thy adversary.
Right. We do what the Lord say. It's basically nobody that could come up against us. It's nobody. He's going to be an enemy to our enemy and an adversary to our adversary. Like, yes, life is going to hit us with obstacles and everything. Life is about warfare. We got to endure to the end, and we're going to go to war with life until the day we die, until it's the end. That's totally understandable. But one thing you don't want to do is go through life, warring with life, and then you also warring with people in your life. You don't want to keep warring with your wife or the mother of your kids or the police. And you want to make them, if they're God's enemy and God's adversary, that's a bad thing. Because the thought of them doing any type of harm to you is not good for them. They wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to go harm such and such today. They're going to drop dead before they could even do anything to you. And, you know, your battle is just going to be something different. But you don't want to be on that wrong side of, you know, of the Lord, is what the scripture basically saying. Read on.
Next verse.
Yeah, yep.
Verse 23. For my angel shall go before thee and bring thee into the Amorites, the Hittites, and the Perizzites.
Okay. I believe that's going into something else, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that's cool. So basically, what you want to do is, of course, like keep coming to class as much as you can. Bring all the questions, whatever questions you got. Get a better understanding, life situation, any situation you in or whatnot. You know, you could come and ask because you done already took a good step by even coming here. Like most people won't even do that when they figuring I'm coming there to get, you know, answers on why my life been going the way it is. Some people run away from that or whatnot. So, you know, you want to just really continue on being the father you are, continue on being a father to your kids and teaching them what's right. Just teaching them what's right, because what she think is right, she teaching them. What she think is right, she teaching them. So that's, you know, damn near what you want to do. Go ahead.
I'm gonna shut up after this, but
Nah, listen, that's the thing. You can ask as many, you can talk the whole goddamn class and bring out as much as you want. That's the purpose of here. So whatever questions or whatnot you got, and anything you want to answer to, that's the whole reason this class is. You could be the only one asking questions the whole class, and I'm totally fine with that. But go ahead.
It's like with my kids, like you said, it's like, teach my kids right from wrong, man. It's like my kids want to follow me. You know what I'm saying? Because all they know is daddy do the work, daddy take care of them.
Right.
Daddy not teaching them right from wrong. And like, all right, my kids is rough. He'll tell you when he pull up and I'm with my kids, they love me like that's their uncle, because that's what I tell them. That's your uncle. That's my brother. And the first thing they start doing is rough house with me.
Right.
Like, I want my kids to build a relationship.
Right.
Just like I had, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like my kids get bullied because their mother is telling them hands are not for harming. Yeah, you're right. Hands are not for harming, but when somebody picks you and you invest with you, you protect yourself at all means, no matter what it is. And I taught my kids that, and that's what they know. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody was messing with them, they put their hands on them, and then they get in trouble at school, and then she snaps on them, and I'm like, they're learning what I'm teaching.
Yeah, you teaching them to be a punk.
They're not bullied, but they're protecting their own peace and their well-being. And you're allowing them to be bullied, and I don't like it.
Yeah, look, you got the right mind. Look, we self-defense, all that. We do the self-defense and all that. Like, so you got the right mindset. You know what I mean? We ain't the aggressors. We diffuse the situations. I ain't gonna put my hands on you for no reason, but if you try to harm me, then I'm damn sure gonna protect myself. We teach all that. We got classes on self-defense, all that. For everything you could think of, we got here. So I mean, you got the right mindset. I mean, I'm starting to bang with him already. Like, okay, he brought him in this joint, solid brother, I see. So yeah, you want to just you really just want to keep that up, and the main thing is once you add the Most High laws in with it, who in the hell can stop you? She can do whatever she wants. It ain't gonna mean nothing. It's not gonna mean nothing. You're gonna have to endure and fight and show the Lord or whatnot that you really in this, but in the end, you're gonna win. You're going to win. It's no different from catching a regular case out here and hiring a lawyer. When you sitting in that courtroom and hearing that judge say all that crazy stuff, it feels like, oh my God, the way he talking and everything, feel like, man, this might be it for me. God damn. And you got to endure all that. You got to endure and hear him say whatever the hell he want to say and talk all crazy and your lawyer fighting and everything. And then in the end, everything is all good. And you like, I beat this case. Yes. Woo. But one thing you don't forget is the process that it took to get there, because all the stuff you had to hear and fight through, you leave that courtroom, you like, damn, I don't know about this one. You heard what he said? He got me here. Whole time. This is gonna get dismissed, but you sitting there, you fighting. It's the same thing with the Lord. You're gonna have to fight. She's definitely gonna put up a fight with hating what you're teaching them. But guess what? In the end, you're gonna come out victorious. In the ISUPK, we are, if I could just hypothetically put a number, we like 6,288 billion and zero. Like, we don't lose at nothing. Like, we can't lose at nothing. But when the Lord is on your side, how can you lose? Like, anything you name it, we win. Go ahead.
All right, so like how you said, the spirit is not crazy or coincidental, like I said, everything happens for a reason. Now you said if you fight in a case, right? Bro, before I got locked up the day after my birthday, and the causes of his mother, right? And I'm like, damn, why would you get me locked up? I just came across somebody, my credit score just skyrocketed to 660, 658. So like my life did a whole 360 for me a couple days before my birthday, and so forth and so on. It kept going on. And then boom, she threw me in jail because I I'm slowly falling away from her because all she want me to do is spend my money, so I have to depend on her, and I'm realizing it, right? And it's like, I just went through that. I sat in jail for 6 months. She's not coming to court. She's not going to press charges that she really don't want that. And then it's like, I beat my case in July 18th, I think. I went in the courtroom with my lawyer. We waited on the cop. The cop showed up, pulled my lawyer to the side, and was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm dropping all charges, just letting him plead to disorderly conduct, and he'll get time served for that. He don't owe us no money.
Right.
And then the cop went to the DA and told the DA what he was doing. Of course, the DA ain't like it. But the judge that's a part of his police department sided with it because obviously that judge would think that the police officer is right.
Right.
It's like that same day, I felt like my life was turning around because I started getting all these interviews. You dig what I'm saying? And when I first came home, I had 7 job offers. They all gave me the job, but they all called back and said, yo, we can't hire you because you got rid of charges. Bro, I lost all hope for 6 months. I ain't gonna lie. From February to July, I lost all my hope I had. I thought I wasn't gonna make it nowhere, but I kept going. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been that way my whole life. I always stood tall. I just kept. I never gave up at nothing I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Now imagine thinking that way. And imagine thinking that way with 1,000 brothers behind you to support you and back you. Something that we never have growing up in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, where we go through things like that and we really only could depend on ourselves. So imagine thinking that way, but having a support system behind you. Like that's what we build in here. Like you went through all that and fought through all that. Just imagine having a support system behind you. 1,000 brothers. Like listen, us in here, we didn't been sued, everything didn't happen. And we mobbed 200 deep inside the courtroom and the judge respected. 200 deep in there. The support would be out of this world. Nah, he ain't do it. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. We didn't see this a million times. We mobbing there. Just imagine the support of 200 brothers in there. I mean, it's rare. So we go through life fighting this on our own, but just imagine a support system. That's how every other race fight theirs. Chinese person go through anything. His whole family is in that courtroom with him. A white person, African person, you just name it. Their whole family is in that courtroom with them, fighting. But then when it's us, we in there by ourselves with a public defender fighting for our goddamn life for something that we didn't even do. We didn't even do it. Somebody that lied on us and we in there. Well, just imagine they're having a support of the support that they got. Just imagine you having that plus 100. You standing in that courtroom knowing you innocent, and then you see it. Boots, braids, and beards just walk up in that joint and you like, God, you looking like, I wish this judge would. Come on, what's up? Tell me what you're going to tell me. You get comfortable in there, like, come on, I ain't doing it. Come on. I just imagine a support system. Go ahead in the car.
If I could, like, I had a recent situation, where, me and you was talking. You was like, yo, this how this gonna go. Look, this how Esau gonna operate. So, like, I was preparing for the battle because, like, honestly, like the situation that presented itself, it showed me how to just endure and just stay true with the Lord. Like, in the whole situation, like Scripture says, your adversaries will become my adversaries. If you do what the Lord says. So, of course, I'm going through a whole battle. In court, I got like 2 battles I'm fighting. Child support, they, I'm staying true to the battle. They throw that one out. And then in between me having to go to the child support battle, just so happenly, they try to set me up. You know what I mean? And the cops got involved, and the Lord allowed her demons to run rampant. She got locked up. So now when the custody battle comes, I got receipts. you know what I mean, police reports, hey, you know, she came to my residence, my pregnant wife and all that. And it just made it easy. They're like, look, what you want to do? And then I was like, all right, you know, that's unheard of for a black man, you know what I'm saying, you know, to go into a courtroom with heavy leverage against a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, like it's really, really, really important to, you know, be in these classes, learning, shedding yourself of the world so that you can be a new person, you know what I mean? So you can do great things.
That's a fact. Give me, Nicole, real quick. Give me Isaiah 59:1, right? And while you getting that, right? What you just said, it was heavy, right? That of like in this aspect. All right, yeah. So hold on. Isaiah 59:1. You got it? All right, bet. When you want to learn something in college, right? And you really determined to learn this, right? How many stories we hear about people not giving up? And I'm talking like in the dorm, no money, living off of news, sardines, all type of stuff, right? Where if we want to learn something in this world, we taught to go to college to learn it.
Right.
It's like that. It's like that with the Bible. Same thing. It's like that. Whatever you want to learn, you have to be taught it. The same way you would go to college and go through 4 years of getting a degree to, you know, learn a certain skill or whatnot to perfect whatever, you know, craft you're trying to do. It's the same thing with the Bible. It's no different. It's no different. You come in here, you got to learn the Bible. The same way you have no problem with going to school to learn how to be a doctor. You don't walk up in a hospital and say, hey, I have no experience, but why should I go to school to learn how to be a doctor? Let me do this open heart surgery. They're going to kick your ass out so fast and be like, nigga, get the hell out of here. But when it comes to the Bible, nigga, I don't got to listen to you. Why not? You know, you haven't been taught this. I mean, you accept the fact that you have to be taught how to do open heart surgery, but you don't want to accept the fact that you have to be taught how to understand the Bible? It don't make sense. Exactly. Like, so the person who do open heart surgery that's going to teach you, how in the hell you think he know? Somebody taught him. How in the hell you think the person who taught him know? Somebody taught him. It's always a process. And even when you go back even to the beginning, how the person who first knew how to do open heart surgery know? From practicing. He was just practicing. He found out how to do it. He taught other people. How do you think we know the Bible? From slaves. These breakdowns come strictly from slaves. How do we know this? From the slaves studying, understanding. Why? Because it was passed down to them, and certain slaves witnessed certain things that lined up to what the Bible was saying, and taught it to their kids, and taught it to their kids, and taught it to their kids, and then literally what we teach out of the Bible come from what slaves knew. Outside of the whole Christianity and all that, I'm talking these slaves hid underground in catacombs to hide, to continue this knowledge, to hide this knowledge, to make sure that they don't get caught and die from Roman persecution.
Right.
Because what they knew wasn't allowed to be taught anymore because of what it'd do. Here we go, 1969. A slave in America who kept the knowledge, finally taught it to some people, who went and taught it to some other people, and then now we sitting here teaching what was always taught back from Adam. It made its way up until here. The same way open heart surgery made its way up until there. Come on, man, it's the same thing. So if you don't believe you have to go to a school to learn the Bible, keep that same energy and that same theory when you want to go to a school to be a psychiatrist. Walk into a mechanic shop and say, hey, I got no experience. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me just fix that car right there. Let me just put that engine in. See what they say. They might whip your ass, then kick you out. If they don't just kick you out, they definitely going to whip your ass and kick you out. Like, yo, we got this crazy nigga coming. All right, whatever. It's the same thing with the Bible. We set this school up to teach the Bible. And if we teach something that you don't understand, we expect you to expand on it and ask, like, hey, I don't understand that. What you mean? That's the whole purpose of the school being set up, is to teach the Bible to Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Hey, shalom. How about you? Is to teach the Bible to Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. It's no different from a person going to college or anything to. I ain't even touched that yet. Yeah. So it's no different from a person going to regular school. Like the scriptures say, and real quick, I'm gonna be brief. The scriptures say in Romans, how could thou know the word of God unless thou heard a preacher? And if thou has not heard a preacher, how could you say you know the word of God? Like, you have to be taught this from someone. You cannot wake up one day and be like, oh, God talked to me, I know the Bible. Yeah, that's not how you work, man. Because what's going to happen? You're going to teach me everything that you believe should happen. So if Snoop Dogg woke up and say, God talked to him and now he know the Bible, what you think he would teach? Everybody can smoke weed. He been smoking for 30-something years on camera. So why wouldn't he teach that niggas can smoke weed now? Why you think he a Rastafarian? He went to search for God, and when he came back off his journey, he was a Rastafarian. Rastafarians believe smoking weed. Snoop Dogg been smoking weed for 20 years. Okay, it makes sense. It all makes sense. So I think somebody had a hand up. Yeah, in the car.
I think what you're saying is heavy. You know, I got a cousin that went to he went to Howard and graduated from Howard.
Theologian school?
Yeah, theologian school. So of course, you know, theologian school, you learn about religion and, you know, primarily the Bible. So, you know, he goes in there and learns the Bible, you know, totally learn the whole doctrine of the white man. You know, Jesus is white, God is white. You know, that's the doctrine they're gonna show you. So so now he ministers on the campus, right? So now, let alone he already been taught wrong, right? Now he has to teach other people the Bible,
Right.
and he's been taught wrong. So now he's teaching a doctrine of modern day minds, the social construct, basically the modern day way of thinking. So in modern day thinking, you can't talk about the evil that people done did in the past. You gotta get over it if you're Black, Hispanic, Native American. You also can't speak about, you know, homosexuality. That was one of the things I asked him. I was like, well, what's your thoughts on it? On this whole gay agenda? He was like, man, honestly, I'm against it. You know what I'm saying? I know what the Bible says about homosexuality. So I'm like, okay, well, what are you teaching? You know what I'm saying? He's like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I gotta conform to this university because I can't, you know, offend the oncomers that is homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk about against the whores and the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta keep it PG. You can't keep it real. And that's, you know, like you said, we supposed to learn this Bible, you know, especially from the people that's ordained to teach it. Because if you learn from him, you're gonna learn to be, you know what I mean, all soft and cuddly and all that. You know what I'm saying? When you learn from the real priest of the Lord, you're gonna learn about your duty, what you're supposed to do.
Right.
The whole what do they call it? The whole debt.
Is there any questions online?
We got a couple.
Damn, we got a couple. Any questions in the room before I go to online?
I was on the scripture for
The 59 and 1? Yeah, let's read that and then we're going to go into the questions online.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not short.
The Lord's hand is not short. Meaning what? The Lord's hand is not so short that it can't reach you.
Right.
Why do the Lord's hand need to reach you? To help you.
Right.
So if you feel like the Lord is not helping you, the Lord's hand is not short. In most cases, the Lord is helping you. You just got to be patient and fight. And the Lord is going to pull you out of that situation. His hand is not short. The Lord is going to get you out of that situation. His hand is not short. Read.
That it cannot save.
His hand is not short to the point where it can't save you. So if you don't get saved in a situation, guess what? The Lord didn't want you to be saved. But you can put yourself in a situation and make sure the Lord does save you. Because his hand is not short. So because the Lord's hand is not short, so that's like saying in a sense where as though, let's say if somebody drowning, the Lord's hand is, yep, can save you. But if somebody don't get saved, then that means the Lord didn't want you to, because his hand is not short. He can reach anyone. Go ahead.
That made me chill, right? And I say that to say this, bro. It's like, I was in a coma before. Like, I would say between 2 to 4 days. And like, I've been carrying this on my back ever since. If God didn't want me alive, bro, I would not be alive. So it's like I'm trying to find my purpose, and you know what I believe in, who I really am, because He gave me another chance at this life. You know what I mean? And I only say that to say this because you spoke on it and it gave me chill. I've been through it.
Right. Because if, like, yeah, that's the perfect example. Because you was in a coma 2-3 days, and then you came out of it, you could have died. And then now look, you here. Like, that's the perfect, you here. If the Lord didn't have plans for you to be here, probably, it's a good chance you probably wouldn't have woke up. Everything happens for a reason. His hand is not short. The Lord's arm is not short. He can reach whoever the hell he want to reach. If he don't reach you, it wasn't meant. So it could have been, he could have been like, yo, you know what? What's today's date? August 24th. He could have been like, wake him up. He gonna come into that school August 24th. We gonna see what he do from there. Second shot at life. Like, we say that all the time, and a lot of people think we say that in the sense of just trying to get more members or whatnot. Like, oh yeah, God brought you in here so you could stay. When people come in here and never come back all the time, and it don't hurt us. Like, this school was once ran off of 2 people at one time for a very long time. And we got to the members we at now because 2 people didn't give up. They could have been like, damn, ain't nobody coming in. We could, let's give up. So people come in here all the time. But sometimes it don't turn out good for them. The Lord send you, certain places for a reason. Like, he send people in here for a reason. What Christ say? My sheep hear my voice. So you hear, how you hear Christ's voice? You sitting in here. Like, a lot of people think we just say that just to get new members. If that was the case, you would have walked in here and this class would have been full. But we don't tell people what they want to hear. That's why it's not full. It ain't full because we ain't telling people what they want to hear like the Christian church is. Like, who is it? Is it TD Jakes? Who got this church down the street? That's TD Jakes, right?
Church down the street.
Yeah, 2 doors down. That's TD Jakes' church. The Potter's Clay, whatever that is. That's his church. And Yediah will tell you, listen, all y'all could attest to this. How many times we've been in here and we hear the music coming through the walls? They 2 doors down. And we hear the tambourines beating through these walls. Like I'll be sitting up here teaching, and we can hear the music beating through these goddamn walls.
Maybe so. You got to think about how thick these walls is. And you got to remember, this is at least 2 buildings down. Yeah. This was like on a reoccurring sequence. There's nothing new. But there was also a time when we didn't hear that music. That's when that Lord said the coronavirus.
Yeah, when that coronavirus came, we didn't hear that. Now that they reopened, listen, we hear that music. Their church is full. And then 2 doors down, we're not. They're telling you what you want to hear. We not. A few of their members came in here one time, asked certain questions, and when they didn't get the answer that they wanted to hear, they left and went right down the street. We cool with that because the Lord's sheep hear his voice. So everybody that's sitting here is sitting in here for a reason. Now, are you going to be the brother that sit in here and just come like a day or two and then dip off and then, never be seen again? Or you going to be the brother that come and then you're going to become a brother? You're going to become one of us. You're going to become one of the Lord's chosen people. Like I done seen tons of brothers come in here. Like I tell people all the time, the scripture in the book of Romans where it say, does not believing make the laws of God none effect? Because you don't believe, that don't mean the laws in the Bible don't mean nothing. I done see people come sit in here and then I see them like a month later, be like, damn, what's up? What happened? I ain't gonna come to class. I'm gonna be there soon. And as you talk to him, you realize, this person, he's strung out. Life didn't really kicked his ass. And because he didn't utilize the resources he have, he thought he could fight it on his own. So now he out there. I see him from like, as I'm walking up, I'm like, oh, snap, that's such and such. He see me and he's smoking a cigarette or a blunt. And then when he realized, oh, that's Daniela, he pluck it out. And I see him plug it out. I see him. I walk up to him, hey, what's going on? And we talk. And the whole time he like, damn, I hope he didn't see this goddamn blunt that I'm smoking. I seen it. I'm not about to say that. I seen you plug it out. You plucking it out let me know that you know what's wrong and you shouldn't be doing it. And you respected that now that I'm walking up, damn, I can't smoke this in front of this nigga, man. This nigga, he gonna say he done already told me it's wrong. So now you like, what's up? What's up? And you like, what's going on, brother? Sitting there having a regular conversation. Hey, damn, why you ain't been this? Man, just fighting. Okay. We all just fighting. We regular people just like y'all. The thing is we lean on each other to get through this. And that's what we trying to get you to understand. You got to lean on what you can to get through this. We not expecting you to come in here the first day and then kick whatever habit you got. That's not how life works. If we was expecting that, it would be almost like, we just fooling ourselves. I said this multiple times. It was plenty of times where I done sat in classes and taught. I done sat in classes and watched. And, I ain't gonna say no days. There's a lot of brothers that came in this joint high as hell. First few weeks, first few months. And they still to this day, they don't know I know they was high. Because I never say it to them. I don't give a damn. Every time that you showed up, that mattered. Because eventually one day you woke up and it's like, when you don't walk in here high, I'll be like, oh, yes, let's get it. Yes, let's get it. He's learning something. Like, Nakar, no. Nakar even bring this out sometime. Man, when Nakar first few weeks of this job was just like, man, I might gotta grab this nigga up and put him out, man. He in here talking about the incense and the ancestors and everything, and I'm sitting there like, he's zealous about this, and I'm sitting in the back of the class, and he in the front row. He just like, I remember one day Nakar got up and was like, man, I don't even know, man. I mean, it's cool what you're saying, but I don't know. Man. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. And I'm sitting there like, damn, he was a cool brother, man. I hope I don't gotta throw this nigga out. And Nakar just got up and walked out. And then like 2-3 weeks later, I seen the car walk through this joint, and he been here ever since. When I see him walk through this joint, I was like, okay, I see something. And he been here ever since. And you know, ever since. And it's probably like the first time I probably done brought this story up. Like this first couple times coming to class, I done sat in the back and he was sitting in that front row, right in the seat where you at, raising his hand. He challenging everything. You couldn't say nothing to the car without him challenging it. Oh, you say that, but look, you know, I do this and do that. And it was like, I like that. He ain't no sucker. He ain't gonna let you just say anything and he believe it or whatnot. And then he walked out of this joint and came back 2-3 weeks later and been in here ever since. That's what most of the brothers go through. Go ahead.
Now, like how you said, kicking habits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, all right, I smoke cigarettes. Now I hear him all the time. Like, that's my brother, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I hear him all the time, bro. Like, put it down.
Right.
He know me so well, he be like, yeah, I know you about to say, yeah, I know. That's what I say. You
Right.
feel me? And I'm like, bro, like, you feel me? Like, this is where I run to sometimes when I'm running from my emotions and I'm running from stuff I've been through, which is trauma. And you know, mental things like, you know, watching somebody commit suicide, things like that. I don't speak on it because I don't want to talk about it. It's PTSD. I go back to the same night and I freeze myself up. You think what I'm saying? It's like I'm running and I'm tired of running. I got nowhere to run, man. You know what I'm saying? This is hard to me, but it's like I'm running 30. Look how far I got running. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time I want to deal with it. It's just trying to learn how to deal with it in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you in the right place for that, for a fact. Because one thing we all understand, we all fight our flesh and deal with stuff. And this is why they create rehab, rehabilitation programs and AA meetings where you go sit in a meeting with a bunch of people, because sometimes it's most time Christ. So sometimes what they understand is going to take, you know, a bunch of people for you to lean on to kick the habit or whatnot. Like, you know, coming enough times or whatnot, and the Lord see you serious, it's going to be a day where the fight is going to become way easier, where it's going to be, damn, I usually smoke 7, 8, 10 cigarettes a week. I probably didn't smoke like 6 this week. And then time go on, you like, I'm down to 2. Time go on, like, yo, it's been a week since I had a cigarette, man. I hope I keep this up. What's going to help that? Brotherhood. That's one thing this earth is missing, brotherhood. And too many times we have people around us that just tell us whatever the hell we want to hear to make us feel good. You know what fixed that? Brotherhood. Yo, come on. I understand you're going through something, but you don't need to turn to cigarettes, because as the cigarettes get whatever you're going through off your mind, it's slowly killing you. So come on, you need to find a better way. But at the same time, you're like, yo, what better way do I have? I hear you, but what better way do I have? I think as you tell me that, that's cool and all, and I agree. But these are helping me now. After you tell me that and I smoke this, I'm good. I still don't know what other way. In here, that's why I say, brothers come in here high all the time. I was doing security, opened the door. Brother had a bag full of tuna fish, cans, tuna fish. And I was like, hey, brother, man, you can't bring that in here, you know. And I explained it to him. He was like, you know what? He tied it up. He went and hid it somewhere, and then he came in there. As time went on, brother came back and was like, yo, you know, I ain't eat tuna fish in like a week or 2, right? And I'm like, oh, snap, that's what's up. Some people just, you know, it's a process. But just being in here, learning or whatnot, and, you know, understanding brotherhood, it helps with your process. And whatnot, it helps you get through things. Like, without that, you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. Go ahead.
All right, brother, like I ain't gonna hold you, right? Growing up at the age of 9, I lost the only thing only person I knew that believed in brotherhood, and that was my brother,
Mm-hmm.
my older brother. And it was like once he passed away, I lost myself because I didn't know no better. My mom couldn't teach me how to be a father, bro. My dad wasn't around. You dig what I'm saying? So like I was learning on my own how to be a man. And like you said,
Right.
brotherhood means a lot. And me growing up from 1 to 9, I understood that because my brother understood that I didn't have a father. So he understood that he had to step up and be the man that I wanted to be growing up. And that's what he became until he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he passed away behind the simple fact that the toxic trait that my mother had, all our kids, all of my siblings, we running outside because we don't want to deal with shit.
Right.
Inside. So that night my brother ran to outside because that's all he knew how to do.
Right.
Told me he would be back. Who knocked on my door? I thought it was him, but it was a Darby police officer with a picture of my brother. 9 years old, bro. That traumatized me for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I looked at the scars on his face and I went to his funeral and I looked at him and the picture I got of my brother would never be the same.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which is true. And listen, everybody in here done lost somebody. I done lost. See, this is the thing. I done lost brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, auntie, uncles, but they all still living, right? I done lost them because of this truth. Came in here, I done lost girlfriends, wives, whatever, however you want to put it. I done lost all of it because of this truth. So I totally understand where you're coming from. But in the midst of losing that, I gained it all back when I came in here. I didn't gain mothers, gain fathers, gain brothers, or whatnot. Like I said, you actually lost a brother or whatnot. You can't never see him again. And I done lost brothers or whatnot. When I first came into this truth, the one thing that I prayed for is that all my brothers and sisters would come in too, because I knew they wouldn't accept it. And then I came in here, and the brothers and that I lost in the world and the sisters that I lost in the world that I wanted to come into this truth, I didn't gain 10 times better. And that's all brotherhood is about. Like, Barzal's my brother, Nakar's my brother, Yediah's my brother, all of them. I came in this truth and I gained them. What I thought I needed, I really didn't need. This is who I want. Now, I'm not saying that I forgot my physical family. That's not what I'm saying. But it hurt me the way that they treated me and how it was and what I had to go through just based off of what I learned and you know what I decided to follow. And then it took me a while to realize what I gained. So you lost a brother, and we totally understand that. But guess what? You can gain 1,000 of them who can keep your brother's name alive. Keep your brother's name alive and do what your brother will want you to do. Your brother will want you to walk down the right path, right? Your brother will want his niece and nephews to walk down the right path, right? So why not do that for him? With the help of 1,000 brothers who just like him, who we giving you what your brother wanted you to have. You was 9 years old. That's very young. And you lost a loved one who would want the best for you. And guess what? You gained 1,000 of them. And that's what this school is built off of. Listen, brothers that came into school and lost one rib. A rib is a wife or a girlfriend or whatnot. And then gained 5 more. It's the fight. It's the fight of life. It's what we have to go through. And that's what this is set up and built off of. So I came in and then I go to my family and tell them everything that I learned about the Bible and hoping they happy. And then to see the reactions, I lost them. Damn. Just to come in here and I gain more. You lost your brother, and we done lost brothers and everything or whatnot. Thing is, you can't even, see your brother again. And what you want, that's what we understand. So why not give your brother what he want? Your brother don't want you in the streets. He wouldn't want you in the streets doing anything that can possibly put you in jail or put you in the grave. He would want you to hang around good people, people who would love you and steer you right. And that's what this place is for. I'm not saying this just cause. Prove me wrong. That's all. Come in here and prove me wrong. Come in here and give it about a good year and be like, man, that nigga told me that a year ago. That nigga lied. Prove me wrong. Whatever your brother wanted the best for you, you're going to get out of here. And guess what? Someone else is going to come in here with the same story as you. You're going to be the perfect person to help them get through it because you didn't got through it. Perfect person. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, I got through it, bro. But it's like, I'm still not dealing with it, man. Because when I talk about my brother, bro, I tear up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't let go yet.
Right.
20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. It happens. And see, and once again, you hear. I keep saying it. Look, Barzal's a solid brother. I'm telling you, he brought you to the right place because there's a million brothers that have the same story who you can relate to. And you might look at him like, damn, how did he get through it? Here's how we got through it. And my brother will be damn near happy for me right now. So guess what? I'm gonna go super hard for him. I know my brother will be here. Look, this what he would want. This what he would want. I was super young or whatnot. He would want this. So guess what? I'm gonna give him what he wants. And then now you hanging around the right crowd. The right crowd, staring you right, who can help you rule the earth one day. I know your brother wants you to rule the earth one day. Come on, man. Who brother wouldn't want them to rule the earth? You could possibly rule the earth one day. Your brother want that. Give it to him. And guess what? And I'll tell you this, you can rule the earth one day with your brother. That's in the Bible. Reincarnate. Your brother will come back and you will rule the earth one day with your brother. The thing is, it's up to you to make it happen. You can possibly come into this truth and we believe in reincarnation and everything. Your brother come back into this earth. You might not know it's your brother that you're teaching. You teaching your lineage and everything, keeping the right thing alive. Next thing you know, you sitting on a throne with a gold crown with your brother. What else could you ask for? That's a fact. Like I said, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Whatever your brother would want for you, why not give it to him? Why not give it to him? Make him proud. That's the best thing to do. You mean you gained 1,000 brothers. Just like I said, just hearing you talk and seeing everything is like, for one, if Barzal rock with you, I rock with you off the rip. I trust his judgment and everything. I rock with you off the rip. Right. And hear you sit here and talk, it's like, okay, he got something with him. Okay. That's why I said, if he loved you, he bring you here. That's why you here. And you here because, you heard the Lord's voice or whatnot. Give your brother what he want. That's all. You know what your brother want, give it to him. And we set up for that. We done all physically lost people in our family, and we done all spiritually lost people in our family. The thing is, we can gain it back tenfold, like the Bible said, and it's up to you to do that. Barzal?
Hey, so if I could, right, just to expound what you were just saying, the Lord, the sheep hear the Lord's voice. I'm telling this brother for a minute, come to school for almost as long as I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
And he always gave us some thought. But it was just something about today. You know what I'm saying? Like he in your last week, kind of was like on me. It's like, yo, what's up with class? Like, what happened? Da, da, da. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
right. Okay.
he was like, I was like, yeah, he sounded kind of serious. But he hit me up today. You know, hit me up today. Called me. Was like, yo, you know, his little segue to me was talking about. I forgot what we talking about, and then he gonna say, you know, what I really called you about is class. So
I gave Most High Christ.
I was like, Most High Christ. I'm like, yeah, all right. So my thing was, it's like, you know, allow the Lord to, you know, use me as a vessel for him. You know, like, all right, I'm gonna just see how serious he is. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how serious this is.
Now he here. You're gonna see how serious he is. Like you don't even like. We got classes Monday through Saturday or whatnot. You ain't even got next week. You ain't even got to come back to this class or whatnot. Or just coming back. Period. Just shows. It's like, all right, he made that first step. I mean, see how serious he is. Let's see what he gonna do next week. It's going to be a fight to come back. Trust me, it's going to be a fight.
No, I'll come back, you know. I'm open-minded person. I'm willing to learn, not saying whatever, but
Right.
like I said, he never, as long as I know him, he never talked wrong. As long as I know him and his brother, him and his brother never talked wrong. As long as I know him, his brother, and his mother, never talked wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I always listen to them when they give me advice, bro. They never proved me wrong and proved me why I shouldn't. They always gave me the right answer and proved me right on why I should.
And listen, we're gonna see, because it's gonna be some days where he probably can't make it.
Yeah.
Some days you're gonna have to show up without him. And trust me, the word it's gonna mean something. Because this is my first time seeing it's gonna mean something. When you start to show up and it's like, hey, I've been seeing the brother come through. Oh, who we come through with, boss? Okay. It means something now. So you know what I mean, it's cool now, but some days you might have to show up without him. And that's where the fight starts within you, where it's like, yo, we going to class today? Yeah, I can't go. All right, bet. Now it's like, I want to go, but he can't go. You know what? You walk through the door, hey, where boys are? Oh, he ain't here. It means something. I'm telling you, this fight it's a fight because we fighting for the kingdom to rule the world, to rule the earth, everything. Right? So it ain't easy. It ain't some spooky fairy tale what we think it is. It ain't, you know, what the Christian church teach us. It ain't what the Muslim mosque teach us. It ain't what the Buddhists teach us. It ain't what none of these religions teach us what we think afterlife is going to be. It's not that simple. We're actually fighting for rulership of the earth according to the Bible, which means what? Something to the smallest thing of getting out the bed and making it to class for 2 hours is going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. So you made the first step, and to paraphrase the scripture say, the angels rejoice when one come into the truth. You walk through these doors, the angels was happy. They was happy. They see you. They gonna go back and tell the Most High, hey, they gonna let them know about you. Now it's up to you to continue on the fight and use your resources to do whatever issue you have. Whatever issue you have is not something that we don't deal with. We got a solution for everything, which is why we 6,847 billion and no. Like we that for a reason, because we didn't been through it all and we know how to come out on top. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a fight or whatnot. And whenever you can make it. Whatever day of the week you can make it. It's going to help you in the long run. I'm telling you. You know, like I said, we got to endure to the end and we live life fighting, but it's in the long run, it's going to help you. It's definitely going to be beneficial. But real quick, Nicard, you said we had a few questions. Let me get like one or two, like quick ones. Oh, but go ahead.
It's not.
Oh, yeah, the bathroom. 903. All right, let me get like two questions or one question. Let me hear. Pick the best one.
How do we prepare ourselves who reject us when we enter the truth?
How do we prepare ourselves for people who reject us when we enter the truth? That's the question. All right, so we prepare ourselves, of course, once again, brotherhood and sisterhood, right? Brotherhood and sisterhood and staying engaged in what's actually going on. So meaning you come into this truth, your family or whatnot, more than likely would be the first ones to reject you. Which this, like I was saying earlier, the school is built on. So when that happens, guess what? You have someone to lean on. Your mother rejects you, father rejects you, sister, brothers, cousins, or whatnot reject you, or whatnot. You have the school to now lean on. You have the school to lean on. Call anyone who you need to call to, to talk to about what happened. Everybody that went through this. Everybody that went through this. So the best way to handle it is to keep faith and to continue to do what the Lord says and to lean on the brotherhood and sisterhood of the school to help you get through what you're going through. Because the moment you go through something and you turn away from brotherhood and sisterhood, it makes it harder for you to get through what you're going through. But all right, let me get one more.
All right. Can you provide a precept that explains how we can be held accountable once we know the truth?
Okay. Let me get hold on, better to that's one. Hold that.
I was about to get it.
2 Peter 2:21. Let's go to 2 Peter 2:21 first, and then we're gonna go to Hebrews 10:26. And then we're gonna end it off with there.
Come. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness.
It's better for you to not know the way of righteousness. Read.
Then at the day have known it.
Then it's better for you to not know the way of righteousness than for someone who know the way of righteousness. Read.
To turn from the holy commandment and deliver unto them.
To turn from the holy commandment. So it's better for you to not know that you're doing wrong and you're doing wrong than to someone who know that it's wrong and then they do wrong.
Right.
It is better. Read.
Come. Verse 22. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again.
What's happening to them is what it says in the book of Proverbs. You can find it in the book of Proverbs. Even the dog return unto his own vomit, meaning the dog would throw up and then go back and eat the vomit. A dog would do that. Wow, a dog don't know no better. Dog really don't have no order or anything. So it throws up, get hungry, and then go eat the throw up, not knowing it's just going to make you throw up again because it's throw up. That's why it's out of your stomach. Read.
Come. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing to the mire.
Read that one more time.
And the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
Read.
That was it.
That was it. Read the next verse.
No, that was it.
Oh, that was it on the chapter, right? All right, so read it one more time.
Come, verse 22. But it happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned into his own vomit again.
Mm-hmm.
And the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
Right. So a dog is turned unto his own vomit, right? So a dog is just going to eat his own vomit once it throw up, right? But a person that have understanding of what's going on is not going to do it. So it's better for you to not know the holy commandments than to know it and then commit a sin. It's the same as a dog throwing up and eating his own vomit. It's hurting you by throwing up to know, oh, I'm throwing up because this shouldn't be in my body. And then you going back and just eating the throw up. You threw it up because it hurt you. It's better. It's better that way. Now let me get Hebrews. We're gonna end it off on Hebrews. And 26. And it's another precept too that I'm gonna paraphrase where it says, sinning, committing, knowing the way and sinning again is similar to Christ going on the cross again, crucifying him again. Read.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 26. For we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
When you receive the knowledge of the truth and commit a sin, you sinning willfully. Sinning willfully is knowing it's wrong and doing it. That's sinning willfully. I know she belongs to someone else, but I'm gonna still sleep with her. That's sinning willfully. I know I shouldn't be eating pork and eating it. That's sinning willfully. Not knowing eating pork is wrong and eating it is not sinning willfully. Sinning willfully is knowing it's wrong and still doing it. Read on.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Because at that point, it remains no more sacrifice unto sins. There was a time where you commit a sin, you would have to give a sacrifice to be forgiven. But sinning willfully, now there's no more sacrifices unto sin. You know it's wrong. So there's no sacrifice you could give to be forgiven for. You know it's wrong. We're at a time where you can't sacrifice to be forgiven. You know it's wrong and you still did it. Read on.
Verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
But a certain fearful looking for judgment and fire indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
That's going into something different, really. But the whole point of it is, if you know something is wrong and you still do it, the Lord won't forgive you for it. Could he forgive you for it? Yes. But he's letting you know that there's a good chance he won't forgive you for it. You knew it was wrong and you did it. So whatever punishment you got coming to you, you shouldn't be shocked when it happens. But that was it. All right, bet. So I know we over the time. So with that, I'm gonna pass the class off to priest and officer in the car.
All right, let's clap it up again. Thanks for Daniela presenting a good class. All right, so ISUPK security announcement. Where the ISUPK started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they have off limits for 6 months. They are to be secluded only. They are headed to share themselves with the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, we find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, 8 to 10, and Ayashara, 10th in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department. Priest one, free will offering for priest, not mandatory, whatever amount you'll like. Upcoming holy convocation, all right, would be the memorial blowing of the trumpets. Okay, so first day of the 7th month, that will be a Sunday on the 25th September of this year. Find us in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 to 25. Holy convocation is like, what they call a holiday in America outside. In the Bible, we have what you would call holidays, or, we would say high holy days, holy convocations. That we come together and we celebrate, and it's a community that we do so. So we'll be here again September the 25th. Officer Barzal will, remind you All right, Awathim, make sure you check the bulletin board in the school. If any brother want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing blue, black boot shirt, handband, and scarf. So, if a brother want to come into the school, they want to take it serious, they want to start getting ready to put in the work for the Lord, you'll come with black boots, shirt, handband, and scarf. All right. Again, you can contact him. He'll give you all the information that you need. You know what I mean? Where you can get the good, stuff. You know what I mean? So you can be presentable in class. All right. And with that being said, our module means to stand in deeper. All right. So we're going to do a salute. All right. When the Israel module Shabbat, we stand like this, 1 feet apart. All right. Our module, put your feet together like that. All right. Barak, put your right hand on your chest. You'll say Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak Atam. All right, what you just said, may the Lord be with you in the name of Christ. All right, with that being said, y'all done tough, class is missed.